Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Scoria Sear's life had always revolved around the forge, but she wasn't content to simply follow in her parents' footsteps. She wanted to outpace them. Her father, a stalwart dwarf with a knack for tempering steel and steady advice, often muttered, "The forge's rhythm is enough, Scoria. You don't have to hammer the moon." But Scoria wasn't listening. She had fires in her veins, quite literally, thanks to her mother. A fiery genasi whose sparks of innovation matched the flicker of her hair. When Scoria lost several fingers in her first explosive forge experiment, she blamed the alloy. Her parents blamed her enthusiasm. Most would have mourned the loss. Scoria saw opportunity. Within weeks, she'd designed and forged a set of articulated mechanical fingers of brass and iron, powered by ingenious gears and a touch of arcane magic. They didn't just replace what she'd lost. They were better, stronger, an extension of her unrelenting ambition. It wasn't long after that she turned her inventive drive toward creating chives, her onion-shaped mechanical companion, whose cheerful whirs and clumsy antics brought a warmth to her otherwise sharp edges. Scoria's ambitions led her beyond the quiet safety of her village, where opportunity awaited. And danger, as it turned out. She signed on as a blacksmith for an adventuring company, outfitting them with weapons and armor for a significant battle. But the clash was more brutal than anyone anticipated. Desperate to save the group, Scoria took the battlefield herself, wielding her hammer with an unpolished ferocity. In the chaos, she forged an impromptu strategy, collapsing an unstable rock face to block the enemy's advance. It worked, spectacularly so, but not without consequences. One of the adventurers, a human paladin, was caught in the collapse. The shield Scoria had specially forged for him held fast, saving his life. But the injuries he sustained left him a shell of his former self. Blame, as it often does, followed the path of least resistance, straight to Scoria. Despite her repeated efforts to explain and to help him recover, the paladin refused her aid. He turned his scorn into a bitter grudge, accusing her of reckless ambition and valuing her clever little machines more than human lives. The scars of that battle, both physical and emotional, remained with Scoria as she returned to her forge. But they didn't break her. If anything, they tempered her spirit, much like steel heated and hammered into shape. The paladin's words stung, but she resolved to prove him wrong, not with arguments, but with action. When whispers of the Voxirye Guild reached her village, Scoria knew it was the opportunity she'd been searching for. A place where adventurers, crafters, and merchants came together not just to work, but to thrive as a family. Here, she could hone her craft, innovate freely, and perhaps leave behind the shadows of past mistakes. Packing her tools, her forged fingers gleaming and the ever-faithful chives at her side, Scoria set off toward a new horizon. Her arrival at the guild was met with curiosity and skepticism, just the kind of challenge she relished. Scoria wasted no time proving her worth, crafting intricate mechanisms, mending weapons mid-mission, and bringing a spark of determination to every endeavor. In time, she found that the Voxirye Guild wasn't just a place for second chances. It was a forge of its own, shaping her into something stronger, sharper, and entirely her own. Little did she know, her journey with the guild would spark alliances, rivalries, and the kind of bonds that could only be forged under the immense heat of adversity and fire.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.